As you know, I'm reading Gone Girl. At first, I couldn't really tell how I felt about it. I mean, I'd heard it was a good book, you know, suspenseful, full of twists, just my kind of book. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'll start reading it, I'll see how I feel. If I don't like it, you know, whatever. So I start reading, and it kind of takes a while for me to really get into it. And then when I finally do start to get into it, of course I don't want to just shove it aside and walk away. But this whole time, something's been kind of bugging me. The book is just so mysterious. Like, I want to keep believing that I'm going to be able to predict what's going to happen. But I just read another book by the same author, and I think just from that one other book I know a little bit better. So I just keep reading. I still don't really know how I feel about it, but I guess you kind of just have to stick with it and give it a little time, you know? Kind of sounds like I'm talking about a guy I like. Huh. That's interesting. You know, until today, I never really realized how similar reading and dating actually are. I mean, you either start seeing a guy knowing absolutely nothing about who he really is, or you start seeing him because you've heard a little bit about him and you want to get to know him better. Either way, you start dating him because you're curious or intrigued, or maybe something else. Okay, so at first on the surface you're just like, I need someone new, I need something to keep me occupied until I find something better, if that exists. But really, when it comes down to it, you're too into guys to just pick one at random and go for it. Most of the time. You have to know a little bit about him before you make your first move. As far as books go, I've been ruined by book covers. Betrayed, if you will. It's very rare I pick up a book or buy a book if I haven't heard an opinion on it from someone I trust. The flaw in the comparison here is that you don't just read one book and then just keep that same book as your book to read for the rest of your life. You have to put one down when you're finished with it and pick up another one because it's new, because it's different, because you need a different story to read because you've already read the one you just finished. Okay, so sort of like dating, but eventually, hopefully, casual dating turns into serious dating, turns into engagement, turns into wedding bells and all that fun stuff. At least I assume it's fun. Books, nah. Like that one, don't like that one. Even the ones you do like, you still put them on the shelf when you're done with them because you know what happens. And maybe eventually you'll pick it up again and read it again. But I know for me it takes a couple years for that to happen. Let's be realistic here. You can't keep your husband on a shelf when you're done with him, wedged between all your other former I read and I'm done with you husbands. This is starting to be really creepy. I mean, that's just not the way romance works. Is it? People don't ever outright ask me why I'm single, but I know they wonder. I know they do. I mean, I'm almost 23, college graduate, aspiring writer, hangs out in coffee shops in the evenings, cliche, cliche, cliche. But I mean, I'm likable. I'm likable, right? It's just that books are so much better than boyfriends. I think I need therapy.